with this, we move on to our last peg of this 3-day conclave. We would be having a leadership talk by Jaya Mishra, President Shri Shankaracharya Technical Campus, and it would be moderated by Duelist Krishnan, Managing Director, Enterprise India and Australia. Thank you very much, Jaya Mishra, for joining us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Just to take you, we had an amazing opening ceremony this morning. The day 3 of this 3-day conclave it's been dedicated to education space. Policymakers and education leaders joined us from across the country, and also Duelist Krishna would moderate the session. Over to you, Mr. Krishnan. If you can unmute your mic. Yeah.
My apologies. In spite of doing this every single day, you still miss these small cues, right? Mute, unmute, right? Thank you. Thank you, Sudhir. Another wonderful discussion. Thank you. And Jaya ma'am, wonderful to see you. Right? I don't know if you can hear me. Yeah. Can you hear me, please? Yes. Okay. So maybe we'll just first and foremost, congratulations on the launch of the university. I think it's I'm sure it must have been a milestone moment in the journey for the Shri Shankaracharya as well as the Gitanjali Trust that you and your father run. Maybe you can start with a little bit of the background around the vision that you have as you have set up the university, and then we could get into some other additional aspects.
So thank you for having me here, and I've been hearing all the past and previous lectures, and I think everybody is talking the same thing because I think everybody's having the same thing, and everybody's talking about technologies, and it's the way it is evolving every day, the new trends and everything. So about Shankaracharya, I would say that we are in the education field more than 25 years, and the first private engineering college has been established by my father-in-law, who is the chairman of the society. And then we came into education probably and like in a larger scale from the year 1999. From then, now we have around 22 institutes. We have every field here now: medical, engineering, pharmacy, and everything. Like you name it, and we have it. So the only idea behind was to grow the state and to keep the people here updated with whatever is going outside and in the metro cities. So I really think that if we all are like we all were thinking that the situation might change in 2-3 months, but now it has been an year, and we all know that the situation is going to be pretty similar. Maybe in coming few years we might get rid of COVID, but I don't think that this online teaching environment is going to go anywhere, and we are now very much quite accustomed with this way of teaching. Initially I was also very much into classroom teaching and the classical way of teaching, but now seeing this blended education environment, I really think that this is need of the day. And like Charles Darwin said, sir said that it is not the largest, the fastest who will survive, but the one who embrace the changes. And our institute has gone great lengths to ensure that the online blended learning initiative process and this remains seamless. Students and faculty have access to all the necessary platform in order to carry out teaching and learning, like Coursera, NPTEL, Swayam, IBM, EDX. And I also wanted to thank Coursera for making every course free last year, because I think last year was the year of learning, and everybody was going through a lot of challenge, wherein I myself did 4 or 5 courses from Coursera. Sitting, and apart from my own field, which I belong to technical, I did courses on psychology and many other courses. So I really would like to thank Coursera for doing it to us. And also last year was the year where we were all learning, but this year we are all prepared with the instructional strategies on lectures, guided learning, exploratory discussion, debates, role playing are also amalgamated with online learning tools such as podcasts, ebooks, webcasts, and digital video libraries. Also, we have our own self-developed LMS system, which is now upgraded to incorporate e-content, live videos, recorded content, and discussion forums has been upgraded so that students can themselves have discussions with the teachers and themselves. And it also has a provision of polls and quizzes. We are working on outcome-based teaching methodology. Clear parameters on KPIs and KRAs has been given. And one of the ways Shankaracharya is helping students get hands-on training necessary for this transition is through comprehensive virtual programs and internships. We have developed on online rubric-based assessment system, and also with this autonomous status, we have developed this MOOC-based credit system in the curriculum, and we were able to change curriculum also so that student can be they can foresee what is there in the future and get themselves accustomed with what is going on. Also, I believe that content is easily available nowadays, but this content also need context. Why are we actually doing it? So I think students really need to understand what is the context behind this content. So our main and major focus is to make students believe that they can actually go further and embrace the world with whatever is going on, and embrace the new technologies, learn new technologies. And also the onus is on students, because higher expectation has been a higher expectation is from them nowadays, because that criteria has been since we belong to tier 2 and tier 3 cities, and initially the opportunities were less to us, but now since the resources are equivalent to every student, I really think that they have come to a common platform, and now
Ground.
they can actually compete with the world. So I
I
really
actually,
want students
yeah,
to
no, I think that's a
do.
great point that you make here, and in the way technology is democratizing in this particular case, content, the courses. No, that's a great ability, thing that technology has brought in, along with the fact that COVID has brought in, new competencies amongst teachers as well as students to learn differently, right? I guess in the back in the world when I was a student, we had no other option, but I would have so much desired this new world. But maybe one aspect, if you could just talk through, it would be wonderful to hear, is the context of developing the faculty here, because the role of faculty changes moment they have it, MOOC-based content available, or they have technology available. Uh, so maybe if I was just thinking the word that you used, adding context to the content, and the role of the faculty there would be so wonderful to hear about.
So we were also training students. With them, we were also training faculties, because even faculties were lacking somewhere. We were also accustomed with the traditional teaching and traditional work we were doing. I myself would talk about myself. I was not very familiar with so many technologies with what were going on. So the teachers has to be upgraded fast. They were exposed more. They were promoted, and they were motivated to do more courses and do more studies, and to bring more diversification in the curriculum, and then learn more, so that they can actually train the students. Until and unless we know things, we might not be able to do to tell students what is going on. So we did a lot of international collaborations. We did a lot of faculty collaborations. We also invested a lot of money. Also, the deal is going on with Coursera to have their platform in-house, to have their own cloud-based system here. So a lot of things are going on, and I really think this was very fruitful. And faculties also, since a lot of the time last year was more work from home and all. So initially there was a thought that teachers are free, and they might not give their inputs, but it was completely opposite. Work from home was like they could give 24 hours to the college, to the institute, they can learn anytime, and they were all, and like every faculty and staff did 4-5 courses during last year and 6 months time, and they all give presentations. So I was really happy to see how my faculty has updated themselves and upgraded themselves. So, and that
That's
is
wonderful to
how
hear.
this context and yeah. So, yeah.
Maybe
So,
I'll
maybe
just
the next question, I think.
leave one final thought with. Yeah, maybe I'll just leave one thought with you on that. One of the things that we realized, getting feedback from the students and from the faculty, that one of the core ways that to integrate a blended learning of a platform like that we needed the faculty on board. Right? You cannot leave everything to the students. If there is a faculty who brings that context, in some cases it improves. So one of the things that we have done this year, for especially when a university signs up for its students, we are actually giving licenses free for the faculty, right? Because we realize that access to them actually helps the adoption and success of the program. So just thought I'll let you know on that. Uh, Maybe a final question. This is the how do you foresee your university and the digital world ahead? Right, we will all go back to a new world, I'm sure. Even when we have COVID gone, all of us vaccinated, student coming back to campus, but yet I'm sure we will leverage technology and the learnings that we have picked up. So how do you foresee the future?
See, now we cannot neglect technology. That is what we have learned. And technology will evolve at a greater pace. And so I think, we really need to have discussion boards, e-blogs, mind mapping, and flipped learning, and a lot of things, has to be incorporated in the institutes to make it digitized. And initially also we were all going paperless, and we were all doing all the things in the digital manner. But now I think we have to be very vigorous with everything. We need a lot of collaboration. We have to be very well equipped with everything. We have to have a augmented reality, virtual reality labs here in the institute as soon as possible. We are already working on it. So, and also, we have started hybrid courses with our traditional courses. We have started AI, we have started IoT, we have started data science, big data, and gaming technologies as a certificate program apart from the normal curriculum. So, I think with this, I think we will really move forward, and we can definitely have our way becoming the best in the Chhattisgarh and, of course, in nation.
Yeah, absolutely. Wish you all the best there. Maybe a final question. I know since you spoke on the topic, one of the things that we all talk about is internships and getting hands-on experience. For students, right? And when you bring in technology there, right, that enables the ability for people to go hands-on, be it AR, VR, or any of those. That would be an important one. So, how in the context of getting that internship, one is from a technology perspective, other is from an exposure to industry. What are the things that you're thinking through?
We have different center of excellences and MOUs with say TCS, Cisco, Siemens, Microsoft, CPET, Automate Anywhere, and many international collaborations also are done this year. Since we became autonomous this year, so a lot of freedom has been given to us, because initially we were not supposed to have international collaboration. We were not able to, being the traditional college. But now, since we have Center of Excellences and MOUs, and we are organizing workshops and different boot camps and latest technologies. We have our own business incubation center, which is MSME powered. So we are promoting a lot of startups here in college. And through those startups, the students who are actually in the startups are giving training to our students who are in second year and third year. So this way,
awesome.
this chain reaction is being coming, and a lot of students are getting practical exposure here. So this is one thing I think we are doing. And also we have this AWS. We are also AWS Educate partner. We're the only one in Chhattisgarh. So that is one thing. We have ACM and IEEE and CSI chapters through which students are actually getting exposure. So and also a lot of I think we have organized a lot of hackathons, makeathons, talkathons previously also, and this year we have hosted a lot of online events as well, which give exposure to students in the real time problems. This is how we are doing it.
Sure. Awesome. I think that's really wonderful to hear, and really appreciate the time and sharing your thoughts here. Sudhir, over to you for final remarks and conclusion here.
Thank you very much, Krishnan, for moderating the session, and we appreciate Jaya Mishra for joining us and sharing the initiatives that Sri Ganga Jali Education Society is taking up. And with this, we come to an end of the 3-day conclave education, the day 3 focusing on education. We have a certificate of appreciation for the contribution given by Ms. Jaya Mishra. For this certificate proudly being presented for the President Sri Ganga Jali Education Society for dedicated efforts and exemplary work in education.
Absolutely. Brilliant.
And we also like to thank Coursera for supporting us throughout. And I appreciate Krishnan for being there throughout, moderating session and giving out various initiatives by Coursera. It is there in Telangana, it's there across the country. And all the educators who have joined us, they have been appreciating the work, how the digital transformation, digital India in education is being supported and enabled by Coursera. With this, we come to an end. We would like to thank all our audiences who have joined us from various parts of the country and across the globe. We appreciate. We would be coming up with a conclave report, which would be published in our next edition. With this, thank you very much, everyone.